Ndị be anyị ekelekwanụ m unu. Anyị sị ka nke onye chiri ya zelu. Anyị sị ka ọ mara na ala Igbo na mma. Anyị adị ka Chineke ada agwụ agwụ. Otu anyị kwuru ya, otu akwa ya dịrịrị. Ise, ise, ise. Dị ka o si dị ụbọchị uhuruchi nketa anyị wetara nnukwu ozi. Biko geenụ ntị. Ife a bụ according to the Biafran activist wetara ya bụ ozi. Quote: Israel Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, Donald Trump, on issue concerning the Biafran sovereignty. As Biafran rejoice, the hours has come. All right, this is according to the Biafran activist. That they were massive good news, and the Biafran is going home. The world leaders are talking about the exist of Biafran and injustice Nigerian government is displaying on the people of Biafra. All right, ya bife bu good news aji maka we bia. So ka ga godi umunna we ku basta maka ya bife. I ga si drop live feature din kege. All right, over to you.
Ngozi Rabu is with the support of the Samoneba is pushing for is recognition of Biafra by the world powers or by the leaders of this world through the United Nations or through their own respective executive order, which have gotten close to 70% success. The Torah is having a free fall, a free will, a free relationship, a free romance, a free endorsement, access of Biafra in New York, in America, in Washington, in everywhere. To an extent, I can tell you, it was reported there's a forensic process on the Biafran passport already going on in the White House now, and also the embassy, Biafran embassy located in Washington. All these things are being pioneered, and most of the lobbies, Biafran lobbies, are doing well in their respective engagement.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Chinedu, for having you this morning. Dr. Rabueze, we have seen him severally from Donald Trump to Benjamin Netanyahu to Putin, to just make sure that he secure their friendship so that they can come for rescue Biafra, so that Biafra can exist out of Nigeria.
Yes, what Dr. Ngozi Rabueze, with the support of the Samoneba is pushing for is recognition of Biafra by the world powers or by the leaders of this world through the United Nations or through their own respective executive order, which have gotten close to 70% success. The Torah is having a free fall, a free will, a free relationship, a free romance, a free endorsement, access of Biafra in New York, in America, in Washington, in everywhere. To an extent, I can tell you, it was reported there's a forensic process on the Biafran passport already going on in the White House now, and also the embassy, Biafran embassy located in Washington. All these things are being pioneered, and most of the lobbies, Biafran lobbies, are doing well in their respective engagement with the Donald Trump's government. We can see the response coming from J.D. Vance, the Vice President, to Donald Trump, acknowledging the presence of Biafrans and what the Biafrans are actually, going through. We do not have problem with Israel. I can tell you that, to an extent. I can mention one Netanyahu's aide, Naftali, currently now on. I think he should be in Germany now. They are reporting Biafra issue to the Israeli government on daily basis. So I can tell you that they are aware. And often, if you watch much of Benjamin Netanyahu's speech, he also make reference to the issue of the genocide that took place in Biafra land, and the need for the world to look at that direction of recognition. It is something that is going to happen. I don't think that Putin will want to distance himself from that ideology if it happens to be sold to him currently now, because you can see Putin is already advancing his relationship here in Africa. You can see, and Biafra will not be exempted from that relationship. But I can tell you that in all these things, Donald Trump is at the center of all this, and that is why it looks like everybody is hailing, enjoying, celebrating the outstanding success of Dr. Ngozi Urabeze in trying to get these powerful nations to buy into Biafran recognition. We're not talking about Biafran restoration. the world should recognize Biafra as a sovereign.
So Biafra is now has now been restored. It's just to recognize by the
Yes,
world.
Biafra has been restored. What we are seeking for is a recognition, of Nigeria as of Biafra as a separate, as an entity, as a sovereignty, and that is all. And the Trump government has signaled that he is ready for whatever that's going to come in that direction.
Mr. Kinedu, let me ask you this question. You know the prompt to Nnamdi Kanu lobbies is now a chief of staff to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and information reaching us from her side now that Benjamin Netanyahu have called to Donald Trump and they discuss about this Biafra freedom. Also, as you are saying now.
Yes, if the vice president to Donald Trump can make that a public statement, then I can tell you that it has gotten to the understanding and of this world leader to an extent. I think to an extent, Benjamin Netanyahu is a man of freedom. He's a man who believes in humanity. He's a man who believes in civility. He's a man who believes, that Christians are going through a lot as a result of their relationship and their understanding of Christianity. Under Christianity, you cannot talk about Christianity in the world without mentioning Israel. It cannot work, Israel is the birthplace of the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords himself, the man that saved this world, and the Biafras have come to align. So you can see that is why at every point in time, when it matters most, and when they have gotten a deep report on happenings within Nigeria that are affecting Biafrans, especially the issue of Islamization, the issue of killings of Biafrans, the issue of shutting down Biafran businesses in the north, and thereabout, the issue of not allowing a Biafran to be president in Nigeria. They discuss it with Donald Trump, and they are marching toward the second phase of Biafran implementation globally. I can tell you that both Benjamin Netanyahu and Donald Trump are already on phase two implementation of the Biafran plan in the global world. The only problem is that Macron wanted to turn down or beat down or even demarcate Biafra in the Oval Office because he seemed to have a close relationship with Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He carried out the message of Bola Ahmed Tinubu to the to Oval Office in Washington, in Washington. And unfortunately, Tinubu was disappointed the way and manner Donald Trump and his mind turned Macron down on the issue of Biafran recognition. So it tells you that the government of that country is out to do the needful. I remember it was the government of America too that masterminded under Obama and Biden the kidnapping of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So they know what transpired and they know that it is time for them to recognize the first Jewish black nation in Africa.
Mr. Chinedu, many Biafra that will be listening to you will be very happy to hear this news from you because they felt that Nigeria government are rejoicing that they have succeeded over Biafra by make sure the KJ Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Samuel Ekpa on the other hand in Finland cannot speak. They said that Dr. Rabweze is just a woman, he cannot do anything. But with this information you are dishing out, Biafran that will be listening to you now will be very happy and will be very excited that the freedom they have been waiting for will soon come. Don't forget, viewers, the reason why we are bringing Putin in is because you'll be imagining what concern Putin with Biafra. Don't forget that Putin and Donald Trump have relationship, and you can see what Donald Trump is doing to Ukraine president just because of Putin. That's to tell you that whatever Donald Trump wants, Putin also wants it. So many people who are disregarding the information that Biafra is exaggerating nothing concern Putin. That's why I'm asking you a question.
No. I can tell you that it's all about relationship. It's all about marketing. You can't tell me that Vladimir Putin, all this while he has been there as the president of Russia, he has not had anything about Biafra. That would be wrong if anybody tells you that. You don't know anything about Nnamdi Kanu. You don't have briefs, even if for one day, of what is happening in Nigeria and the political prisoners and the rest of the things that are happening, the Boko Haram issue and all. They don't know. You want to tell me that Putin is not aware? You have not seen it in the news. You have not watched it in the CNN on a man called Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That is not absolutely not correct. And I can tell you in honest truth, Yes, they have relationship, deep relationship, and to an extent that Putin said it very clear that if Trump had been president of America at that time, there wouldn't have been need for war, and the issue of NATO would have been resolved. But I can tell you that the same Trump to have what it takes to call Putin's attention, Vladimir attention to the issue of Biafra. I remember too, Vladimir Putin was an orphan, trained and bred up by a Russian Jew. So Putin grew up in a Russian Jewish environment, trained by a Jewish man. And that is why the only thing Putin does every now and then is doing Russia military remembrance day. The only person that's allowed to step into Russia till tomorrow, till next tomorrow, till the kingdom come, is the Israeli prime minister, in honor that it was a Jewish man, a Russian Jew, that trained him. Well, so what it means is that the other round, the Benjamin Netanyahu have also the opportunity to get Vladimir Putin buy into the issue of Biafra. So these two leaders have access to Putin at any point, at any time. And issue of Biafra will be just a matter of bilateral and negotiation, and that is all.
Mr. Chinedu, are you saying that the freedom, the joy that the Biafran has been waiting for is very close? That's why they are passing through difficult time, whereby the Fulani invading their land, doing all manner of things from Nigeria and go. We also saw how IBB also came, maybe probably seeing the victory ahead. Or some people said the people that have been killed during Biafra war are busy crying for IBP. That's why he came to confess that Igbos are not the one that planned that coup.
Yes, I can tell you that you cannot have it very on the altar of just gold like that. You see what so many countries around the world went through. You see what Nelson Mandela went through for 27 years. And he came out and he was able to stop minority controlling majority. That is the ideology we need to understand from what happened in South Africa under Nelson Mandela. Nelson Mandela was able to maintain that it is still the majority that will rule over the minority.
It is still the majority that will rule over the minority.
That is the concept.
Mr. Chinedu, before I will let you go, because you have tried, one will say after the IBB have come to confess that Igbos are not responsible for the coup. Because of this false allegation have deprived Igbo from the corridors of power in Nigeria. They don't allow them to go near to the power. Now that the IBB have confessed before the war, before Nigeria, don't you think President Bola Ahmed Tinubu will have do the needful and release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Because in the first place, what makes Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to bring these agitations, to start fighting for how to liberate his people, is because of the marginalization. Now that the man has said that Igbos are marginalized because of the lie I have lied, don't you think it's very, very...
A Yoruba man is a cunning man. Yorubas are very cunning people. They are not straightforward people. That's the truth. And then they say, no, that's what they call the Yariba. The Yariba translation of Yoruba means people who are cunning and dishonest. So it was a name given to them by the same Fulani. I'm not the one that gave them that name. So when you look at them and ever, you cannot trust a Yoruba man. A Yoruba man and Igbo man can never share the same measure or yardstick, and they are not in the same level. The Igbo man is Republican by nature and adventurous. The Yoruba man is cunning and is cunning and dishonest. Yes, they are cunning and they are dishonest, and they practice feudalism. The same thing with the Northerners. So you see, they have a blend of the North and a blend of their personality. So that is what it is. We cannot trust whether Tinubu make anybody president or not. So what I said is that they should publish the secret memo the Yorubas and the Northerners entered that is still lying there in Aso Rock. The reason why Igbo man cannot be president, they should publish the secret memo. Why they are sharing the crude oil belonging to the Igbo people? They don't want them to be president. So when I say share it, bring it, let the whole world see it. Why are you telling me that Bola Ahmed Tinubu is not aware? Are you telling me that Bola Ahmed is not under instruction not to listen now? They can. What are you talking about? But all these things you are saying It's a build-up to greatness of Biafra as a kingdom, as a nation, as a sovereignty.
Okay, Mr. Chinedu, thank you for having you. But I will not let you go. Let me ask you this question because 2027 is around the corner. Many people feel that Igbos, abilities that make President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to win election. If Obi did not run for that election, Atiku will have become a president.
No, that is nobody. Anybody that's holding such presentation is still the same part of lie they are lying.
No,
It's the same lie. The same lie they used in 1966.
No, they have their reason. Why they are saying that those votes?
But that is not correct. Atiku does not supposed to contest that election in the first place. That's the fact. Atiku has no right to contest that election. Bola Ahmed Tinubu has no right to contest that election. What happened is that Wike is a wicked man planted by the Fulanis that destabilized PDP. That's the extent. And after Obi has waited for them to do the needful, the extent that Atiku is a good man in that judgment. I can give Atiku 100%. Because Atiku said, we people are wicked. These people have not produced president before. Why not zone this in to the president? Let PDP and APC at least give Igbos sense of belonging. They rejected it. Bola Ahmed come out, they say he be Jagaba. Now he make what is it called? Buhari president. Even Buhari did not want him because Buhari knows he's a criminal. But the northern APC governors went and knelt down. And you say nobody make him president. Look at how they are controlling Tinubu and Aso Rock now. Are you not seeing even the children of Gaduje, how they are controlling the whole president? Northern children, people less than 30, 40 years are controlling a whole Jagaban. So see how all those Hausa children are controlling Tinubu in the. My brother, it's a disgrace.
Mr. Chinedu, thank you so much for having you. We look for a better Nigeria or a better everybody to exist from this country.
No, the best thing is for us, everybody to go to a separate way. Nigeria should disintegrate. No, there's nothing looking better for. I think they have enjoyed enough crude oils. The Yorubas have enjoyed it. The Northerners have enjoyed it. What else? Has Igbo man enjoyed anything? Would they say they are better than Igbo man today? The answer is no. As simple as that. So they have enjoyed themselves. Let them be.
Mr. Chinedu, thank you so much for having you this morning. The answer is no. The answer is no. So we are saying to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, do the needful and release Martin Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu is not the problem of Nigeria. Everything Martin Nnamdi Kanu have virtually said about this country as a Nigeria, all of them, are they not gradually coming to pass? Can't you see the way Fulani men are terrorizing Nigeria everywhere? Can't you see the way the Southeast governors are busy worshipping the Fulanis? I don't know what is their problem. What is Hope Uzodinma problem? The last time I checked, many Igbos are there in that state suffering. But you are setting you say you want to organize a Hajj for Muslim people in Imo State. How many Muslim people in Imo State? Are they up to 5%? The answer is no. Who are you trying to please? You are trying to please the people who impose you on the people. Don't forget that no matter how many years, you are almost going to 8 years, and you will leave. The place will remember you. Anything you do, whether good or bad, your children will definitely pay the rate for it. Today, who is talking about Abacha children? Today, who is talking about the Babangida, the man who has caused a lot of atrocity in this country? Who is talking about IBB today? Their children. Have you heard of IBB children? The answer is no. So anything you do, whether you are a governor, whether you are a senator, whether you are a president, remember there is karma. Your children will definitely pay the rate for it. Is this what we call a country? That people can no longer eat? People can no longer send their children to school? That we should further on and be happy? No, we cannot be happy. I told people before now that Finland is a country that respects their rules of law. Finland are not like Nigeria, whereby when the people is in their side, they will turn the case. They will turn it to favor the person because the person is their side. But when it's not their side, they will judge the case the way they want to do. I keep referring to what happened to Ekweremadu. Ekweremadu is a big lesson to Nigeria to support them. I can bet you with my life that if Ekweremadu would have committed that atrocity in Nigeria, Ekweremadu would have been contesting for presidency. But today, Ekweremadu is in the prison. Ekweremadu is now ex-convict, if you don't know. If he come out, Ekwe Remadu is now an ex-convict, international, not local. I know that we know how to glorify. Ibori was a former convict in US. When he came, they are celebrating him. He's still a messiah in the state. What are we saying? And somebody is telling me that we have a hope. The answer is no. The answer is no. So jubilation right now, because they feel that Samuel Ekpan is the one that is protecting their people. If you say you are laboring Samuel Ekpan, that Samuel Ekpan is strong in the southeast, Samuel Ekpan. Before Samuel Ekpan declares it at home on Monday, Samuel Ekpan, the Igbos, both the pastors, the politicians, the well-meaning Igbos all over the world have pleaded that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu should be released. But yet the federal government pay other mind to them. Even when we felt that Buhari has finished his tenure, new President Bola Ahmed Tinubu have come in as the president, he should do the needful. He refused to do the needful. To release the young man Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to go. And that's why they sit at home, they declare sit at home. That has become a nightmare in the southeast. Was it not the same fight Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is fighting? They want to liberate his people. Was it not the same fight as Sunday Igboho fight? So some people are saying that Sunday Igboho is working freely and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is under the custody of the DSS. So for me, that young man should be released. That young man should be released for peace to reign. The people that are supposed to be in all those Fulani criminality, Fulani herdsmen criminality that are moving from one region to another, killing people, raping people, destroying people's farm, they are the ones that are supposed to be in prison. But they are going scot-free, going with their AK-47. So they should allow that young man to go. Let him go and rest with his people. Let him go and rest with the people. Most of what these Igbo leaders today, they are self-centered. You see the rest of India, Anambra. You see what Soludo is in Anambra.
Gbọmọ na-ege ntị ngwadalu linen dịkun si wene sere n'iru akwụkwọ na Eastern News 24. Anyị ga-adapụ nukun ya tiatu ya bụ ife ọnụnụ n'iru akwụkwọ nwanne nwoke kwu ọnụ the Biafran activist. Dịka ị ga-esi ya bụ ife drọpụra ife iche n'ụdị nke gị gbasịta maka ya bụ ife ndị a niile o kwuru n'iru akwụkwọ ngwanụ ka emesịa na ụmụnne m.